it's Isabel, Emberscroll, and welcome back to yet another Star Stable video. So today I'm going to be talking about what's going to be next up in Jorvik, starting from January 18th all the way to February 1st, with the next kind of 3 weeks of the updates and what they're going to be. We've kind of already covered the first one, which was January 11th, was the Horses of Jorvik, and I already kind of did a video on that, so it's kind of like we can just skip that first week and just go to the second week. And I don't know if I'd call this an interesting week for updates and stuff, because, I mean, there's some that could be really cool. I'm not quite sure. Because, I mean, there was more interesting updates, but the one that I'm waiting for is going to be a character update, and I'm just waiting to one day go on and look at the next up in Jorvik and see the character update there. That would just be so exciting to have that on there, and I hope that it will be soon, because that would be just like, oh my gosh, it's finally coming out. And we test it all out, and I feel like it would look super cool. So I feel like it is going to show up on the next up in Jorvik, hopefully maybe middle or end of 2023. So we'll hope that it shows up soon, since we had the beta test for that. But for the other stuff on this, I mean, it's mostly races and stuff, so nothing quite interesting, but it's still updates, and one looks quite interesting. So without anything else, let's get straight into this video. So we'll start off with the January 18th update, which is new colors and new color variations and story snacks with a twist. So 4 different breeds are coming in 6 new colors, which will be the first friend of the new year to join your stable. Lisa and Linda must care for the sapling you planted in the Forgotten Fields. A bit of magical gardening is needed for these coming 4 weeks to help it to start growing. So that one I thought was super interesting because, of course, again, we have some new color variations, and I've been loving that very much because they choose 4 breeds of different horses and then of different colors. So these are 6 new colors for 4 breeds. So it'd kind of be like, for the 4 breeds, since there's 6, it would kind of be like 2, I believe. 2 for every, and some 1. So 6 different colors, which I don't know the ones that will be this time, because the last one we've had like Icelandics. So I believe that maybe it could possibly be that the Belgian warm bloods could be getting a new color, because they always sometimes do like the new horses for the colors. So I feel like it could be the Belgian warm bloods and some other horses that we haven't had the variations in. So I feel like that could be them. And then for the story snacks, I have loved these little story snacks that Miss Holdsworth had, because it just keeps us entertained until they get like the main quest out. And while they're still, I don't think I have done the quest that's out. I don't think I have. I know there is one. But this is a story snack with a twist where Lisa and Linda are caring for a sapling that we planted in the Forgotten Fields. I think that was probably in that one quest that I need to catch up with, because I know that I haven't done the main quest yet. So I'm definitely going to probably need to do that. But it's just a bit of magical gardening is needed for these coming 4 weeks to help it start growing. I wonder what kind of plant it's going to turn into, especially if it's magical gardening. That is coming out January 18th, which is the next update, which is Wednesday. And we're going to get the new horse, color variation horses, and some story snacks with a twist. So that's going to be fun and interesting all at the same time. The next update is going to be on January 25th. And it's Be a Journalist for Jorvik Gazette. Ready to meet a new friend? Imagine the journalist and her trusty mare, Sahara, have come to Jorvik in hopes of starting a newspaper. Let's work together to put out the first edition of the Jorvik Gazette. While you're at it, you can show off your new clothes and horse gear. Do you like yellow or do you prefer classic white? So another one that is super interesting. So I guess from that little part, this girl and her horse are going to be coming to Jorvik to start a newspaper business. So I guess that's going to be another quest, and we're going to become part of the Jorvik Gazette, helping out with the newspaper and all that stuff, probably helping her set up everything around to start writing all the papers and that stuff, and her trusty mare. So it's a female. Sahara is the name. So Imane, I think her name, Imane and Sahara. I'm not sure if I read that correctly on the one I just did, but it's either like Imane, something like that, and Sahara for her horse. And also, I just realized that last part of the little text, I believe we could be getting some new clothes and horse gear because it's saying like yellow or do you prefer classic white. So we also could be getting some new clothes and horse tack for us on that week of January 25th. So another thing that's super interesting, I'm sure that's going to be a little side quest like we always have with all the other quests that come out for this. But we have, I mean, it's not all races, but it's quite interesting because we have the new color variations, a quest, and then this being a Jorvik Gazette. So we'll move on to the last update, and that's going to be on February 1st. And Steve's paddock is the place to be. Are you and your horse up for a new training challenge? Hi. I believe it's TAI, something. Tai, whatever. A new face in town. Notice that Steve's paddock is perfect for gymnastic jumping exercises. These exercises are perfect for you and your horse to master Jorvik's races. We know you love spending time at Steve's farm. Luckily, Steve has noticed too. He's added props to use in his paddock for your training or riding classes, plus magical horse rotation, Ioannis and Petra. So we're going to be getting a new training challenge, a new face in town, for gymnastic jumping exercises. So Steve has noticed that we are going to be a little, he knows that we love spending lots of time at Steve's farm. And of course, the paddock area that we have been waiting and dying for something to come out is officially going to be here on February 1st. And he's adding props to use in the paddock for training and riding classes and a magical horse rotation. So that's quite interesting. I have never heard of a magical horse rotation. So I guess the horses that are going to be in this rotation is the Iones and Petra. So that is quite interesting. I never really know, like, what even is the magical horse rotation? Like, that's going to be quite interesting to find out on February 1st what that actually is. Because I don't think we've ever had that in Star Stable before. Like, a magical horse rotation. I feel like we've never had anything like that before. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what it actually is. And so I'll have to get one of my magical horses that are on this rotation list to test it out, because not sure, but we're going to be getting some more poles and stuff added to his paddock, and I believe it's the one we're talking about, hopefully. But there are so many paddocks around this. I believe it's the one that that they're talking about is the one right by the Pasofinos and all Appaloosas and that stuff. I believe that's what he's talking about, because I don't think he's actually added any poles or anything. At least I don't think. I don't really know, but he could be adding onto the poles that they were already there, or it could be completely new and they really don't have any poles in that paddock training area. So it would be actually quite interesting if it actually, like, because it's perfect for your training and riding classes. So quite interesting, and especially the magical rotation. That caught my eye and just making me want it to come here faster to test it out, because I really have no clue what that could be. That is quite interesting that they actually have that on there, and it's a magical rotation. So I've never had something like that before. So that's going to be really, I don't know. We'll have to see what it actually is when the time comes for that update, which is on February 1st. So we've got quite some time to wait. We've got 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to wait for this update. So we'll see how interesting this magical horse rotation is when it comes out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also follow me on Instagram at Isabel Emberscroll, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!